Before dawn, dozens of ships leave port, their lights creating a starry streak across the Black Sea. They are hunting for the gold and silver of the ocean, schools of sardines sparkling beneath the waves. Every week, more than 800 tons of sardines are caught, bringing in nearly $4 million in value, equivalent to millions of meals packaged in small cans. When the sun rises, the fishing port comes alive. The sound of engines, the sound of metal, the cheers of workers in the salty air of the sea. Mountains of silver fish pile up like waves, waiting to be brought into the factory, where hundreds of workers and steel lines will work tirelessly to transform 800 tons of fresh fish into perfect product. Go discover 800 tons of sardines worth $4 million canned every week inside the sardine factory. In the warm coastal waters of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Mediterranean, sardines, small silvery fish, are among the most important creatures in the ocean food chain. They often gather in giant schools of up to millions, moving with the light and current, creating a scene that fishermen call breathing waves. Each school of fish can stretch for kilometers, reflecting the sunlight into shimmering silver strips in the deep blue water. Sardines prefer cool, nutrient-rich waters where ocean currents bring up algae and plankton, their main food source. That's why they're often found in areas like the coasts of Portugal, Morocco, Chile, and Japan. During their breeding season, which typically occurs in late spring and early summer, female sardines can lay up to 40,000 eggs each season. The dust-like eggs float in the water column, carried by ocean currents for dozens of miles before hatching into larvae. During their short lifespan of just 2 to 4 years, sardines play a vital role in the marine ecosystem, serving as a primary food source for tuna, squid, seabirds, and even dolphins. In the chilly night, with the sea wind whipping the decks like whips, the 100-foot steel boats began plowing through the waves. Each was equipped with state-of-the-art radar and sonar systems, scanning the deep waters for signs of sardines, silver dots that moved like falling stars on the seafloor. This job seems easy, but in rough seas, strong winds of force 7 and waves nearly 10 feet high, just a small mistake can cause the entire net to be empty. When the sonar detected the first signal, the captain shouted an order. The giant seine slid into the sea, dozens of arms pulling the ropes amid the whistling wind and billowing steam. Tons of sardines splashed in the water, creating white foam, and poured into the cold compartment. When dawn breaks, the first light reflects on the water surface, which is also the time for the day fishing trips to begin. Against the pale sky, sailors observe the sea surface with the naked eye. No need for radar, relying only on experience watching the waves and flocks of seabirds to locate the school of fish. Each trip, a ship can bring back up to 50 tons of fresh fish if the sea is favorable. But if the waves are high or the fish move too quickly, a few hours can decide a week's profit. Immediately after being caught, the fish are chilled in frozen brine, keeping the temperature below 39.2 degrees Fahrenheit. On deck, workers quietly shovel ice, pour salt, check thermometers. They are fighting not only the sea, but also time. Because every minute counts, it means money, freshness, quality. On the way back, the refrigerated trucks were waiting at the port. The countdown clock read 3 hours until processing. 3 hours. That was the only time to get the products from the sea to the factory before they lost their natural flavor. Catching sardines is easy. Just drop the net at the right time. But have they ever stood in the middle of the night when the wind made the boat tilt and had to keep dozens of tons of fish from spoiling in a few short hours? The battle with time ended when the refrigerated train rolled through the steel gate. Behind those stainless steel walls, another world began, where the ocean was reborn in the sound of machinery and steam. The refrigerated trucks rolled into the factory grounds, and the real race began. 800 tons per week. That's more than 3.2 million sardines. A number that made many people wonder, how can you process that much fish in a few days? But just step inside and you'll understand. This is no longer a factory, but a giant machine powered by steel, ice, and absolute precision, where every movement is timed to the heartbeat of a $4 million a week industry. From the dock, trays of fish are dumped onto a shiny stainless steel conveyor belt. We process about 100 tons of fish a day, 3 shifts a day. No stops, no breaks. Many people will think, it's just sardines, what's the big deal? But imagine each can of sardines needs the right amount of salt, the right doneness, the right weight. A deviation of just 0.035 ounces can bring the whole production line to a halt. The metallic sound of drums opens a mechanical symphony. Each tray of fish is cleaned with a high-pressure nozzle. Infrared sensors scan each fish